Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. It's February 12th, 2024, Monday. I hope everybody's doing well. Had a good weekend. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. So, you guys were placed on a list covertly without your knowledge. Which list do you think you're on? So anyway, please hit the thumbs up. We're going to get into some of these lists. And one that I just discovered today, thank you subscriber that mentioned it in one of my recent videos. It's the OFAC list, Office of Foreign Assets Control. Foreign! Imagine, you live here in the United States. You're born here. Your parents were born here. By all accounts, you are a U.S. citizen, right? You're born here. You're American. But the Office of Foreign Assets Control list, it's a sanctions list you can be placed on. Of course, I did a search online. I can't find my name because I'm sure it's covert. All of these people do the secret list. Everything is in secret, secret, secret. They don't want you to know that they're trafficking you, that they've sold their souls to asset strip you. So the Office of Foreign Assets Control is specifically designed a nationals list. It has data formats and data schemas, right? It was last updated February 8th, 2024 as part of its enforcement efforts. OFAC publishes a list of individuals and companies owned or controlled by or acting for or on behalf of targeted countries. It also lists individuals, groups, and entities such as terrorists and narcotics traffickers designed under programs that are not country-specific. Collectively, such individuals and companies are called, quote, specially designated nationals, unquote, or SDNs. Their assets are blocked, and U.S. persons are generally prohibited from dealing with them. So you can read more information on the Treasury's sanctions programs. Imagine you live here in the United States and somebody places you on the OFAC list and you're an individual and then they label you an SDN. Your assets are blocked and U.S. persons are prohibited from dealing with you. So they give you the opportunity to search OFAC's sanctions list, including the SDN list. So then they have here a hash values for the list contact assurance. So there are several downloads here. There are XML versions of the SDL list that contains advanced data standards, fixed with primary SDN names and stuff. I mean, I searched, obviously I couldn't find my name here. Then there is specially designated nationals list, data specification schemas, and technical information. So there's technical support here, etc., etc. But then I searched a little further, and I found a download on their website. It's the 107th Congress First Session. It's dated October 24, 2001. 2001 in the Senate of the United States. It's HR 3162. In the Senate of the United States, October 24, 2021. Let me read this to you. This is what goes on behind closed doors when we're not paying attention. I don't know. Does the media publish any of this stuff? I don't remember hearing about it. Okay, it's an act to deter and punish terrorist acts in the United States and around the world, to enhance law enforcement investigatory tools, and for other purposes. What are other purposes? How ambiguous is that? Oh, it's like on a whim, whatever they decide, right? So be it enacted that the Senate These are our senators that we vote for, and the House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled. They assembled. All right, I just scrolled a little too far. Section 1, short title and table of contents. The short title is, this act may be cited as the uniting and strengthening America by providing appropriate tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism. This is the U.S. Patriot Act of 2001. Table of contents is, for the short title, for the construction, enhancing domestic security against terrorism. Oh, they're doing a real good job at the border, right, guys? Aren't they? They're doing a spectacular, just stellar job. Title 1, enhancing domestic security against terrorism. And then they set up a counter-T funds. That's Section 101. Section 102, Congress condemning discrimination against Arab and Muslim Americans. Section 103, increased funding for the Technical Support Center of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Oh, wow. Increased funding. We need to fund, what is that funding? Section 104, requests for military assistance to enforce prohibition in certain emergencies. You don't know what they are, they're just certain. Section 105, expansion of National Electronic Crime Task Force Initiative. Section 106, presidential authority. And Title 2, enhanced surveillance procedures. Okay? Section 201, authority to intercept, wire, oral, and electronic communications related to terrorism. So, but the thing is, and I have to tell you, in every one of these documents that I've ever read, they have never defined terrorism. Okay, what actually is it? What is it? Is it having an argument with your neighbor? How about your neighbor wearing a black ski mask and tearing down your newly installed gate on your personal property? How about people deliberately poisoning or stealing your pets and your animals, your farm animals? What actually defines terrorism? Is it somebody from a foreign country coming here across the border and saying, "You will know who I am. You're so stupid. You don't know who I am? You will know who I am." Oh, okay. Or is it some 65-year-old woman who lives in the middle of nowhere that has a nonprofit cat rescue that's being harassed and tormented since New Jersey? Oh, the terrorism actually started in Manalapan, right? Manalapan Police Department. They are the true terrorists, including Tina Booth, the little loser girl that prostitutes her daughter on Facebook in a bikini. Who are the terrorists? What defines terrorism? Okay. Section 202, authority to intercept wire, oral, electronic communications relating to computer fraud and abuse offenses. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do another video on this. My communications have been intercepted. There is an all-out attack on Freya's Cat Rescue, my nonprofit. And I will be doing an entire video on that and on nonprofits. I was going to do it over the weekend, but now I've got more proof and evidence. So anyway, define terrorism. If any of you sleuths out there can locate the true meaning, the law of what terrorism is, please let me know. And the same thing with counter-terrorism. And please let me know who of the terrorists, please provide a list of the characteristics, the traits the crimes that were committed by these alleged terrorists. If you've got those definitions, please leave a comment down below. You could email me at alternativehomestaying@gmail.com. Section 203, authority to share criminal investigative information. Section 204, clarification of intelligence exceptions from limitations in interception and disclosure of wire, oral, and electronic communications. Section 205, employment of translators by my favorite Bureau of Investigation. Section 206, roving surveillance authority under Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act of 1978. That's FISA. Section 207, duration of FISA surveillance and non-United States persons who are agents of foreign power. Section 208, designation of judges. What kind of judges are these? Are these those secret judges in the secret courts? Or are these like regular judges that you can search for online? Section 209, seizure of voicemail messages pursuant to warrants. Okay, well, as far as I know, nobody has presented me with a warrant. Has anybody presented you with a copy of a warrant? Inquiring minds like to know. Section 210, scope of subpoenas for records and electronic communications. Section 211, clarification of scope. Section 212, emergency disclosure of electronic communications to protect life and limb. Really? Whose lives and limbs? Section 213, authority for delaying notice of the execution of warrant. Section 214, pen, register, and trap and trace authority under FISA. Section 215, access to records and other items under Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. And the list goes on and on. So I'm going to go to Title III, International Money Laundering, Abatement, and Anti-Terrorist Financing Act of 2001. Well, this is what my opinion, and just for YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. And actually, this is a legal document. This is a bill, an act that was signed in Congress and the Senate. I'm simply reading it out loud. These are not my opinions. These are facts. But my opinion is this. On the International Money Laundering, Abatement, and Anti-Terrorist Financing Act, what if all of the assets that they are asset stripping, real estate mobbing from you and me, the targeted individuals, and many of the targets who are unaware that they're being asset stripped and mobbed, placed on illegal lists, trafficked, and placed on the stock exchange, illegal, covert, life insurance policies, etc. Everybody's got their hands in the grab. So what if the assets that they have been stealing from us have been laundered internationally, which is why we're not able to trace it? We can't find the money trail. Although some people say that you can find it in our computers somewhere. So then there's Section 323, enforcement of foreign judgments, reports and recommendation, concentration amounts of financial institutions, verification of ID. And I'm just going to say this too. I can't tell you how many forms of identification they have stolen from me here in Kentucky. When I was moving, they stole my passport. When I traded in my New Jersey license plates for Kentucky, they stole my New Jersey license plates. When my mother died, they stole out of her wallet her driver's license. They've stolen my master's degree, framed in a huge frame with glass, stolen. They've stolen copies of invoices. They actually stole my my trash invoice. My trash invoice. It disappeared. And then somebody drops it in my house near my coat. Lots and lots. Oh, and what about the checks that disappeared from my mailbox that were going to pay people? The envelope appears there empty. Or how about the first time I went into town? July 2019, and when I returned home, my checkbook was stolen. This is identity theft. This is laundering. This is organized crime. So then Section 354 says anti-money laundering strategy. Really? Okay, I'm a little confused. Well, this gets really good, guys. Title 4. How about, it says protecting the border. Title 4, protecting the border. Protecting the northern border. Subtitle A. Ensuring adequate personnel on the northern border. Northern border personnel. Access to the Department of State and NIS to certain identifying information in the criminal history records of visa applicants and applicants for admission to the United States. Limited authority to pay overtime. This is Title 4, protecting the border. Section 413, multilateral cooperation against terrorists. How about Title 412, mandatory detention of suspected terrorists, habeas corpus judicial review, machine-readable passports, foreign student monitoring program. Oh yeah, they're doing a great job. They're doing a great job at that border. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Oh, Title 5, removing obstacles to investigating terrorism. Please, I have not seen the definition of that word anywhere. I haven't seen the definition of a person declared as one. I haven't seen the definition of what it is. What about the definition of counter T, right? Oh, and then we get to extend the Secret Service jurisdiction in Section 506. And how about this? Title 6, providing for victims of terrorism, public safety officers and their families. Really? Well, hello. I, Lorraine Valenti, am a victim of terrorism, both in Manalapan, New Jersey, and here in Jackson County, Kentucky. Hello. I am a victim, according to your Title 6 of your OFAC Treasury.gov download. I am a victim, and I am entitled to public safety officers. I'm entitled to the expedited payment for public safety. Technical correction with respect to expedited payments for public safety officers. I don't know. I don't have any public safety officers protecting me. Is anybody protecting you guys? And then, of course, Subtitle B, there are the amendments to the Victims of Crime Act of 1984. They have a Crime Victims Fund on Section 621. Crime Victims Fund. 622, Crime Victim Compensation. Section 623, Crime Victim Assistance. Section 624, Victims of Terrorism. I don't know, guys. If you've got a neighbor trespassing your property in a black ski mask in the month of May, tearing down your gate with a John Deere tractor. Is that? What is that? As a victim of crime with a masked person, I should be compensated as a crime victim. And then they've got criminal laws against terrorism, increased information sharing for critical infrastructure protection. Well, they're doing a really good job at that border. They've got it right in here, in their own H.R. 3162, Senate of the United States, October 24, I'm sorry, I keep saying that, 2001. It's an act to deter and punish terrorist acts in the United States and around the world, to enhance law enforcement investigatory tools, and for other purposes. Other purposes are not defined. Neither is the word T. None of that is defined. So if you've got a clear definition of what that is, maybe I should just ask AI. AI seems to know all of this stuff, right? Maybe I should just ask AI the definition for these purposes. So guys, are you a victim entitled to compensation and remuneration? Please hit the thumbs up. Post a comment down below. Do you want to claim as a victim of crime your restitution? I know I do. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading signing off for now. Oh, before I sign off, I want to show you. This is how expensive it is to live in a rural area and heat your 740-foot house and your 620-foot cat building. I have never paid more than like $210 in Manalapan, New Jersey, in an almost 3,000 square foot house with an electronic garage door that opens and closed a dozen times a day, with ceiling fans nonstop in every room of the house, exhaust fans, never, with a microwave oven that I used every day, with a stove, with an oven I used I've never used my oven since I'm living here. Never. Never. With an electronic, hardwired security system in New Jersey. With a hardwired electronic alarm system in New Jersey. I never received a bill for electricity this friggin' high. Ever. Welcome to rural Kentucky. Is that amazing? Oh, and that's only one of my invoices. I have another invoice for my garage at the top of the hill that I never use. And just for having a smart meter up there, this is what I get to pay monthly. Every month for a garage with a garage door opener that I almost never open. Every month for 5 years. So welcome to rural Kentucky, boys and girls. You want to move here? You get to pay the highest rates for electricity I have ever seen, and the same thing for the internet. So maybe the property taxes are so low, but you are going to pay through the roof for everything else. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, signing off for now.